Alfie, if you are chronically online, then your TikTok may well be like mine is at the moment, just absolutely rife with clips of people impersonating Jack Black in a masterstroke performance, of course, in the microwave movie. To be honest, that would probably be better.
I'd rather watch that, yeah.
In the Minecraft movie, there we go. It's basically people just going, flint and steel.
I've just seen stupid clips of him where he's like, coming in hot, like flying off a building, and like, it's the whole thing where he has to enunciate everything that happens in that film. Every time they reference a chicken jockey.
Oh, the chicken jockey's the worst. That is the worst. Crafting table.
Flint and steel. I've gone off Jack Black, actually.
Yeah. Did you see that action figure as well?
Just big fat man action figure. Yeah, every kid wants that, don't they? It's just lifelike, realistic, fat Jack Black character with like posable arms. Like, who the fuck's buying that for their kid?
Yeah, I mean, it's not got the most mobility I've ever seen on an action figure, I'll say that.
Yeah, it's quite realistic then, isn't it, I guess? Yeah. Just like Jack Black. Hello and welcome to this milestone episode 60 of Movie On Up, with your hosts, me, Alfie Walker.
And me, Adam Barlow.
Look at that go. Episode 60, the big 60. We are powering through. We have been doing this for ages now. We're pros.
I'd say we are, actually. I think we're actually perfect at this. No issues.
No issues at all other than our audience size, but less about that one, the better.
Yeah, just keep that to yourselves. You know, I don't know if I've actually made this joke on air, but whenever we reach a milestone of every 5 episodes, right, I always think of saying, yeah, it's probably the highest I'd go, as in like what age setting I'd put on a dating profile.
And this is the one time you decided to say it, is when we hit 60, is it?
Yeah, 60 years, probably as old as I'd go. Yeah.
I was going to ask an incredibly inappropriate question then, but I'll save that for after the podcast.
Okay.
Use your imagination, listeners.
Oh, we're off to a good start. Today, we are reviewing 2 vastly different films, I would say. We've got a very gritty, down-to-earth film set in the suburbs of London, in South London, with Danny Dyer. Danny Dyer.
Yeah, slag.
Get out my pub. He's in that one. And then you've got Mickey 17, which is a sort of highbrow, goofy sci-fi film from the director who won Best Picture back in 2020, called Mickey 17. Yeah. The director's called Bong Joon Ho. There we go.
There we go.
See, not too hard.
And the director's called Mickey 17.
It's a very self-indulgent piece, this one. So yeah, we're going to review both of those later on in the show. We've also got the return of Big Question,
everyone's favourite segment. We've had 0 feedback, but we're just taking it that everyone loves this segment, and so we are really hammering down. The main reason is that it's much easier to produce each week than Kane's Corner or A-List Star. So Big Question is a nice way to finish off.
That's true.
Yeah, so we are going to have Big Question. We potentially have 2 big questions. So yeah, keep your ears peeled for that. And since Adam is the one holding up the podcast, being the one who actually goes to the cinema, I have decided to do a game this week for Adam. And we have a return of a clip game, a nice little soundbite game. So yeah, that'll be fun when we get to that. But first, what are we going to talk about, Adam? We're going to have a little, what have you been watching? What have you been viewing in the West End? Am I right?
Yeah, in terms of what I've been watching just at home, I saw the end of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that new Disney Plus animation, and I thought it was bloody excellent. Really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's got the love it deserves. I think the animation style might take a little bit of getting used to, and this comes from someone that doesn't really watch that many animated shows, but I understand they're getting a second season, and I really enjoyed it. I just thought the character designs were really smart. The voice acting was funny and genuinely had emotion in it. And the arcs and the cameos that they have all really worked for me. And I think it's a shame that I imagine the viewership wasn't massive for it. But I had a very good time.
Yeah, so from what I'm aware, I don't think it charted at all on Nielsen or any of those sort of aggregates, which is a bit sad because I've heard lots of good things, and the bits that I have seen when I was watching it with Lenny, I thought looked really good. I get what you're saying about the animation. I think it might take a bit of getting used to some people, and I did find some of the shots just felt quite empty, like the backgrounds. But yeah, character wise and plot wise and the voice acting on it is damn great. It seems like some people are really enjoying it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I think there are definitely some scenes where you can tell where the layers are of animation. So you've got pretty nice backgrounds in terms of the locations. Then you've got people that don't have faces and they're just completely stationary for 5 minutes. And then you've got a layer of people that are maybe catching a ball but just on a loop. And then you've got the actual characters that are doing stuff. So it is a bit clunky in that respect. You can see the way it's all come together, but I think it adds to its charm in a roundabout way. Beyond that, though, I went to London at the weekend and I saw a Shakespeare production. It was of Much Ado About Nothing, one of Shakespeare's famous comedies, and yeah, it starred Tom Hiddleston and Hayley Atwell. So for those that are fans of the MCU, that's Loki, Laufeyson and Captain Carter from those films. So it was lovely. They had a few cameos, a few references rather to Loki and Captain Carter, or to Peggy Carter, whereby they brought out life-size cutouts of those characters at a certain point. But it was only a 2-hour show, but my God, the set that they had out was basically pink confetti as far as you could see, right to the back of this huge stage. Then they had a huge inflatable heart that came down, which was stunning, and the music was just funky. It was like a disco. Some great songs like Pump Up the Jam. They could have had Move On Up in there, to be honest. That would have fitted in quite well. And then beyond that, yeah, it was just 10 chairs and a table. So it was very impressive that they managed to make it quite so engaging and so fun, because Shakespeare can be quite dry. And I think telling people, I'm off to see Shakespeare at the weekend, people kind of rolled their eyes or weren't too interested. But, when they heard that Tom Hiddleston ripped his shirt open at a certain point, their ears perked up, and they felt they'd been shortchanged by not getting a ticket. So
I think it's a really cool way to do it. I think, yeah, you're right. I think Shakespeare is dry, and I think you can say that some Shakespeare is very boring, and it's not for some people. I don't think you'd be, other than by scholars, I don't think you'd be like pushed to ask most of the population, like, what's your opinion on Shakespeare? And they're going to go, I read it at school and it was boring. So doing a Shakespeare production, yeah, and giving it a different sort of edge, and like you said, you text me, didn't you, saying like, yeah, it's all disco tunes, and you sent me photos and it looked awesome. It looked like a really cool take on it. So yeah, it seems like a great way to sort of frame something that's classically quite, a bit boring or dry. Really cool take. It looked great.
Yeah, in that respect, Jamie Lloyd, who I think produced it and directed it, he's great. If you ever see one of his productions, they're kind of modernised, so they use their phones in the play just for comedic effect. It wasn't integral to the plot or anything, but there's a moment where Tom Hiddleston has to hide from the other characters, but it's very obvious, like in the play, everyone else knows that he's there, but he thinks he's hidden effectively. So at one point they just start smirking and they get out a phone and like take a selfie with him in the background. So that's quite fun. But it's the same guy who organised the Romeo and Juliet play last year with Tom Holland, and
Tom Holland.
He also did what was it? Not Hamlet. They did one with Sigourney Weaver, The Tempest.
Yes,
that's what it was.
Yeah. I saw clips of that and people talking about it. I thought it seemed great.
What have you been watching though? What have you been up to?
I mean, compared to your big outing at the Drury Lane, I've been pretty boring, mate. I've just been, like I said, I haven't really been to the cinema, just because I've been busy with the house and getting it ready for that.
Fair play. Well, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I did come up with another segment we could do.
Yeah, go for it.
In that, as you're busy with your house, I thought, why don't we come up with a little game that we play each week called House Chat, and it can just be an update about your house and how that's coming together.
This.
But here's the twist: House, obviously, the name of a famous doctor show in America, played by Hugh Laurie. So you've got to do it in a very forced American accent and with a limp.
Wow. Okay, yeah. What kind of American accent does Hugh Laurie have?
I think it's widely regarded to be quite convincing, but it's sort of a Doctor Strange-esque, very American.
Oh, fully like going for it then. Yeah, I see. Let's Scooby-Doo this shit.
Yeah, that's that kind of, yeah.
Perfect.
So give us a brief little 30-second anecdote about how the house build's going.
Can I go on A-list star after this? Does this make me an actor?
Yes.
So we're plastering our house. Oh, God. What have I even done in the house? We've been peeling wallpaper and prepping the walls, ready for a plasterer to come in and turn our house into a home.
Wow. Poetic, too.
But, right.
Shakespearean, almost.
Almost. I belong in that play by Jamie Lloyd.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, I think that's... Oh, no, did we want to talk about the Stitch trailer? I think you've watched it, haven't you?
Briefly. I'll mention it. I've said before, Lilo and Stitch, huge fan. Top Disney film for me. Love it, love it, love it. A bit hesitant about the remake, as always. But I watched the trailer just before air, and I think it looks quite fun, mate. I think it seems unnecessary. It seems like they've gone the Aladdin route, where it is very sort of and the Lion King route, where it's really like the original, but they seem to have just added a few extra jokes and a few little changes here and there. It seems really fun, mate, and I'm quite excited for it, actually. It's not too long till it's out. My only complaint is the CGI of No Jumbo and Pleakley, the two aliens who are chasing him. Yeah. They show them at the end of the trailer, and the CGI on it is really bad. So I'm just hoping that it is an early cut kind of thing, and they've still got to do some work. But other than that, I think it looks really fun.
Oh, that's good. I mean, on the subject of trailers that have kind of picked up our anticipation for films, did you see that Thunderbolts one where it's like an A24 teaser for it?
Such an interesting choice to do that. It's like the directors of this, the producers of that, the editors of this. Really interesting. Because didn't it even say like the actor from Midsummer for like Florence Pugh? Like, they're such an interesting choice. And I kind of like it. I think it's a really interesting way to get maybe a couple more people involved and interested in it, really. Yeah.
Although it does make me laugh because some of the roles it highlights really have no bearing on the quality of film at all, really. I think it said like the composer of. I'm like, okay, that doesn't necessarily carry over, but okay.
No, it looks good. When is that out, sorry?
May 20...
Okay, so May. All right. That's not that long away. Okay, yeah, exciting. And then
it's on the horizon. Yes. The real deal.
Anyway, enough of that. Why don't we head over to the bathroom to powder our noses and talk about marching powder?
Let's go. Last one there is a...
Yes, that classic saying. Adam is back with a rom-com with a kick, I believe, is the writing all over the poster. I think it's meant to be a Valentine's Day movie. That's how they originally advertised it, but it's a bit late for Valentine's Day. Yeah, so this is a new film starring Danny Dyer, Marching Powder. Take it away, Adam. How was this romp?
Mate, I'm just going to say you have to be a dinlo not to see this film, yeah? So... This film stars Danny Dyer, right? And he is this guy, he's middle-aged, he's a bit of a wet wipe. He gets arrested for drugs, okay? Because he's a bit of a nitty, yeah? But he strives to improve his life in 6 weeks to repair his marriage, right? And curb his bullying in-law and guide stepbrother Kenny Boy, okay? cheers, IMDb. You're done now. You really saved me.
You
there.
really are the G there.
Yeah. Big up IMDb and the massive crew there. Yeah, right.
Horrible. That was horrible. Thank you. Really good, but horrible.
Thank you. Marching Powder. My God, this is a film, if you want to call it that I really felt the length for. It's 90 minutes, I think. It might be an hour and 40.
Wait a minute. Did you just say it's 90 minutes and you felt the length? That's insane.
Yeah, let me double check. I think it's 90 minutes. Hang on. IMDb, I'm coming back to your house here. Does it say the duration? Come on, please. 1 hour 36. Okay. Well, 6 minutes taller than Tom Cruise, but
God.
that should fly by, really.
That should. Yeah, that really should. That's insane.
It's weird because it's paced at quite a high tempo, I would say, and it kind of jumps around all over the place. It is really like you've sniffed coke. It's like I can only describe it. It's like if you were to buy popcorn to this film, you'd be convinced that the cinema staff have spiked your popcorn serving with coke. It's ridiculous because you walk into it and you're like, what on earth is going on? And I came out and I was sweating and I was confused and I had a headache and I don't know what had happened to me. I just didn't click with me. Okay, I gave it 2 stars on Letterboxd, but I'll try and explain why. It starts out and you're almost like, oh, okay, this is quite interesting. It's self-aware. It knows what it is. It's playful. It starts with this sort of 5-minute sequence that's completely animated and it's quite charming. And the voiceover is very, it's very reminiscent of an actual child's cartoon. It's like, our story begins in the south of London, and it's very formal. But then he's swearing and saying the C word, and he's saying slurs. And right out the gate in the first 5 minutes, you've probably offended every group of minority you can think of. So in that respect, it's actually impressive. But my God. It's funny for maybe 20 minutes. And there's a great scene where there's a fight scene after a football match. Everyone's coked up, everyone's been drinking, and all these blokes just start fighting a rival gang from the town that their football club's playing. And it's really brutal. Like, people are getting their necks knelt on, they're getting just slammed in the face with dustbin lids. It's anything they can get their hands on, like glass bottles shattered around people's skulls. All sorts going on. It's not a pretty sight. But then they play it in slow motion, so every impact is, has a real sense of pain, I guess. Like, you can see like the blood come out of people's noses. It's quite brutal. And then they get a football commentator whose voice I recognised. I don't know who it was, but I'm pretty sure it's a genuine football commentator. They got to do it, and he's using all these football. Might be Chris Temple. Yes. May well be. Anything for a paycheck. No, I love you, Chris.
Shout out to Chris Temple if you're listening.
Shout out to Chris Temple. He knows who he is. But yeah, it's very funny, and he's using all these football, overused phrases, but in the context of this fight that's playing out, and that's quite smart. And the way that it introduces the friendship group of Jack, played by Danny Dyer, is creative as well, because it sort of freeze frames. You have a burst of coke get thrown up in the background, like white powder sort of explodes, and then they get sort of cut out, and it's like a pop art playing card. And I'm not really sure what the relevance is after that, because they only do it with these three or four characters, and they don't bring it back for other people. But I think that would have been a funny running gag in and of itself. So it kind of started out and I was like, okay, this might be a bit of fun. It might be a bit similar to Kneecap. It might be similar to Trainspotting, and it sort of is, in the way that it's very laddie and very in your face.
Factory, proper on the nose hooliganism kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's directed by is it Nick Love? I think it's Nick Love. Yeah. Directed by that guy who I think has done similar films to this.
Oh, he's done Football Factory. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. That would check out then. It's very much in that vein, But I think, my God, it kind of tries to have a bit of an emotional arc throughout the film, and it tries to pin certain scenes to be very, very affecting. But it really did not work. I just didn't find it to be authentic or to be heartfelt in any way. I just think it was really harsh, a little bit oiky, and it will definitely have an audience. And if you enjoy this kind of comedy, then then good for you. But I just found it to be a little bit boring somehow, and it's a bit like Cocaine Bear, where you have this kind of brilliant setting and set of characters, and you're like, how do you muck that up? And it just doesn't really work, and it falls a bit flat. I will give it credit for not feeling dated at all. It's very modern. They have references to Andrew Tate. They reference some of the royal family. And I actually think that Danny Dyer is a compelling lead. He does a good job, which surprised me. And he does show a bit of emotional range. It doesn't quite pull at the heartstrings as much as it could have, but he definitely is more than just shouting, which is a credit to his acting. But I thought he was very good in that Disney Plus show Rivals, so that's not a surprise because he's been doing good stuff recently. I did like the touch that was sort of Fleabag-esque. He sort of breaks the fourth wall every 10 minutes and turns to the camera and says a few things. And those moments were scripted quite well. They were quite funny, and they did add a bit of depth to his character and caught the audience up to speed with what's going on. But it was a bit of a dizzying watch overall, and I came out of it and I was like, oh God, it was okay, but I felt like I needed to go home for a shower. I felt like bad. I felt guilty for watching it because I know this will offend a load of people, and I felt like, I don't know if I've been moral in watching this film. And maybe that's giving more maybe that's putting it on a pedestal that it doesn't really deserve, or giving it more credit than it deserves, because I don't think it's that I don't think it's that exciting or interesting really. But that's how I felt about it. I don't know if that really makes any sense.
No, absolutely. So I haven't seen Marching Powder, but I'm looking at the director's previous work, right? And so he did both Football Factory, he did The Firm, and then he did The Business, which all three of those are Danny Dyer hooligan films, albeit from like 2004 to 2010. And that 100% makes sense, because this seems, out of those, The Business is really good. I don't know if you've ever seen that. They're all quite similar plots, really. It is about a drug business, and it's in Spain. I haven't watched it for a few years now. Danny Dyer's the main character. He's introduced to it, and just a lot of gang stuff, and there is like a lot of 80s theming. It's set in the 80s. Okay. I really like that film, but it seems like Marching Powder is just, it seems like that whole thing where you just try to recreate your golden years by doing the same thing, but neither the director, writer, or Danny Dyer are 20 years old anymore. So it just seems like, maybe it's a little stale and a little outdone. But yeah, I can 100% see what you mean by saying there will be an audience for this, because I can 100% guarantee you that the people going to, like,
I don't think it's terrible.
Saturday are going to love watching this.
I just don't think it was for me. And what you've said there makes complete sense to me, because I think it does feel ultimately a little bit pathetic. It's like, if you saw people out on the street this age, you'd kind of turn your nose up, no matter if you've done drugs or if you drink a lot. I think as a society we can kind of agree that, like, oh, come on, like, you want to see these people. Yeah, you want to see these people do a bit better.
Sort of like
really.
that, you got a kid, mate.
And that the film kind of tries to tackle that sort of that representation that they have, but I don't think it really adds anything new. It doesn't really offer any solutions. It doesn't really explain how they've got into this situation, other than them being, kind of a bit unorganized. And I think it's a bit depressing to watch, really, because it's like, if I walked through Bournemouth Town Centre, I'd probably see 8 people like this in 10 minutes. And it is a shame. and you're like, well, the characters in this film don't help themselves. Like, he kind of, at the end of the film, he sort of turns things around, but then the very final scene is him about to get into another fight. So I'm like, well, this is where you were right at the start of the film. So it's like, don't waste my time. I don't know. It doesn't fill me with hope for this quadrant of British society.
Yeah, it just absolutely feels like it's the same kind of genre film as Football Factory, The Business, The Firm, and they did the Sweeney as well. They all just sit in there like council estate bit of England genre. Like, yeah, some people love it, but yeah, whatever. We're going for a little game now. This is iconic scenes. This is 6 clips, all from films that have been nominated or won Best Picture over the past 40-ish years. And they're all iconic scenes, all iconic lines. And I did pick out ones that I would hope you'd get. So I am just wanting you to name the film, and for a couple of bonus points, if you can name the actor in the scene as well, that would be great. I think you should be doable. And then we even go to town on this one, Adam. If you can name what won the Oscar that year. So these are all Best Picture nominated or winners. And if you can tell me if it won or if it didn't win, what did win, you'll get an even bigger point. So there's 3 points per one on offer here.
All right.
Let's give it a go. Clip number 1. Take it away.
Put it on. And then we're going to pretend none of this ever happened. You got it? You wanna heil me? Come on, for old time's sake. Heil me, little man.
No.
Heil me.
No.
A little heil, just a little heil, please.
Fuck off, Hitler.
That's an excellent film. I haven't thought about that for a while. That is Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. So, who's the actor there? I'm not expecting you to get Jojo, but who's playing Adolf?
That is Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Nice one. Little man.
Yeah. So that fuck off, Hitler. It's a great film. It's so good. So that was nominated in 2020.
Yeah.
So the 92nd. Do you have any guess on what did win that year?
Yeah, that one. Did it get original screenplay? I think Jojo Rabbit. I could be wrong.
It did. Yeah, it did get original screenplay.
Okay. I like how close this game is, because it won an Oscar, but it didn't win the Best Picture. So you've really
the Oscar. Yeah.
you've gone for this on hard mode. 2020. That would have been Parasite, right?
Yeah. Well done, mate. Bloody hell.
Yes.
Good work. 3 for 3 so far.
Nice.
Yeah, excellent film, and that scene really finishes off the film. I think it's excellent. Take it away. Go on. Sound number 2.
He's a concierge. What are you doing here?
I've come to pay my respects to a great woman whom I loved.
This man is an intruder in my home.
It's not yours yet, Dimitri. Only when probate is granted and the deed of entitlement is
You're
given.
not getting boy with apple, you goddamn little fruit.
How's that supposed to make me feel?
Call the police. We're pressing charges. This criminal has plagued my family for nearly 20 years. He's a ruthless adventurer and a con artist who preys on mentally feeble, sick old ladies. And he probably fucks them, too.
I go to bed with all my friends.
Oh, another
What film?
Another
is that
banger.
From?
That is the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, of course it is.
Probably the best Wes Anderson film of the ones I've seen.
Yeah, it's my favourite for sure. I think that's quite a sort of film bro thing to say, but I think it genuinely is the best one. It's the most fulfilling one when you're watching it for sure. Go on, the 2 actors in that scene. Who are they?
The 2 actors. Okay, Ralph Fiennes and
Yeah.
Oh, it's either Edward Norton or Adrian Brody. I think. Do I have to commit to one?
Yeah, go for it. Go on. I'll give you the
trying to
point
think.
anyway.
Which one is the police officer? I think Edward Norton is the army officer or the police officer. Is it Adrian Brody?
Yeah, it is. Well
Yes,
done, mate.
nice.
Bloody hell. Yeah, Adrian Brody. I did have to cut out the bit where he says the F slur in that clip because I thought we better not put that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Any guesses if this film won or what other film won the Best Picture Oscar in 2015?
God, I don't think Wes Anderson's won Best Picture yet. I don't think.
You are correct. This did
Okay.
not win. Any ideas what did win?
In 2015. It's not The Social Network. Or was that the same year? No. Whiplash?
No. So, Birdman.
Birdman. Oh, I didn't know. That.
I haven't seen Birdman. You?
No, it's with Michael Keaton, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. It's one of those things. I always see the DVD. I'm like, oh, I should watch that at some point, but I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. So I don't know if it's worth
Absolutely.
revisiting.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on, take it away. Clip number 3.
I'm ready for the Russian ambassador.
Who did your makeup?
We went for something dramatic. Do you like it?
You look like a badger.
Oh.
Are you going to cry? Really? Well, what do you think you look like?
Badger.
Do you really think you can meet the Russian delegation looking like that?
No.
I will manage it. Go back to your rooms.
Thank you. Did you just look at me? Did you? Look at me! Look at me! How dare you! Close your eyes!
We're 3 for 3 with great sound bites here, Alfie. Well done. That is The Favourites,
Yeah.
which was a 2019 film.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, do you know what won the Best Picture Oscar in 2019? Obviously, Olivia Colman won Best Actress,
Yep.
which is crazy because I remember hardly being in that film.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you know what won Best Film?
In 2019. The year before Parasite. This is kind of like before I was really on top of the Oscars, so it's difficult.
I don't think you'll get this. It's one of those sort of ones that have just never crossed my mind.
Okay. Is it... Coda?
No, so it's Green Book, the
Green
Michelle
Book,
Ali and Aragorn one.
Yeah, that famously like pretty underwhelming for the Best Picture.
Yes, one of those ones where people go, "Why did this win?" Yes, that's Green Book. I want to go back and watch The Favourite Man. I watched it when we did our big review in the early days of this podcast. I'd love to go back and watch it. I think I'd probably appreciate it even more now.
Yes, yeah, me too. Me too.
Take it away, mate. Sound clip 4.
Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
The tempo?
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
I don't know.
Start counting.
5, 6, 7.
In 4, damn it! Look at me!
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Now, was I rushing or was I dragging?
No.
Count again.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rushing or dragging?
Rushing.
So you do know the difference! If you deliberately sabotage my band, I will fuck you like a pig. Now, are you a rusher, or are you a dragger, or are you going to be on my fucking time?
My God, the aforementioned Whiplash.
Yeah, Whiplash.
With J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller. This film I've only watched once, and I remember being sat on my floor in lockdown in my room, watching it on an iPad, I think. I don't know why. I really
8 years old, like with a beaker full of squash, like
yeah, with a little rusk biscuit. No, I don't know why I sat on the floor, but I have vivid memories of watching this film. Really love it. Probably don't remember it too well. It's been a good few years, obviously, but yeah, love Whiplash. So that would have been.
You were correct earlier. I'll give you that. When you said about Grand Budapest, it was the same year.
Okay.
I think those are two films that people were like, "Oh damn, this should win Best Picture," and then Birdman came out of nowhere, I think, and took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Whiplash. I'd love to revisit that as well, man. It's been a while since I've watched it. There we go. So we've got two left here. Let's go for sound number 5. Might be a little bit more difficult, this one.
Tell me, Senator, did you nurse Catherine yourself?
What?
Did you breastfeed her?
Now, wait a minute.
Yes, I did.
Toughened your nipples, didn't it?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling. Tell me, Mom, when your little girl is on the slab, where will it tickle you?
Take this thing back to Baltimore.
5 for 10, strongly built, about 180 pounds. Hair blonde, eyes pale blue. He'd be about 35 now. He said he lived in Philadelphia, but may have lied. That's all I can remember, Mom. But if I think of any more, I will let you know. Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.
Oh, I'm stumped. It was going very well. I don't know that one.
Yeah,
I
didn't think you would, but it's one of my faves. So I popped it in there.
Is it by Tarantino?
No.
Is it a film you've mentioned recently?
Yeah, I reckon I did.
Is it The Death of Stalin?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It is Silence of the Lambs. So that
of
is
course,
Sir Anthony Hopkins. And this one won Best Picture at the 1992 Oscars, so that's the 64th Academy Awards. This one was like a clean sweep. I think it's one of the few films where it does the top sort of 5 categories. So it got Best Picture, Director, Actor, Actress, and Adapted Screenplay. So yeah, that's one of the only horror films to ever win loads of awards. You haven't seen it, right, Adam?
No, I've seen. I think I saw the first half hour. And I remember being intrigued by it, but I think it started at like 10 p.m. And at the time, I think I had work or something the next morning. I was like, oh, I really should watch this, but I knew I had to go to bed, so yeah, I didn't catch it at the time.
That's got to be one that's on your poster that you've got, right? Where you've got to scratch off the top films. That's got to be.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, there we go. And then we've got one more short one here. Clip number 6. Take it away.
I want to tell you my secret now. I see dead people.
In your dreams? While you're awake? Dead people like in graves and coffins?
Walking around like regular people. They don't see each other. They only see what they want to see. They don't know they're dead.
Haunting. A film I've not seen again, but that is The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, too right.
Is
I'm
it
not
Bruce
expecting you to know the
Willis?
kid
No.
actor. Yeah, you're
it
correct. Yeah, the adult actor there is Bruce Willis. And that was nominated for Best Film, Best Picture in the 72nd Academy Awards, so in 2000. Any guesses? I would not be able to guess this one.
In the year 2000. I'm trying to think what other films came out at the same time. No, I think Gladiator won, didn't it, in 2000?
So American Beauty won in 2000.
Huh. Was Gladiator the year after if it came out in 2000?
Yeah, I think it's 2000. Yeah, 2001.
I was so confident with that.
That would have been a steamer of a guess, let me tell you. Well done, Adam, there. You got 12 out of 18, which I think is pretty damn impressive, because guessing the Oscar winners there is a challenge and a half. So well done, mate.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That was informative and fun, which I think summarises this whole podcast.
Adam has another review for us now. Well, I guess we were just talking about Parasite, weren't we? So yeah, from the same director, Bong Joon Ho. Yeah, Mickey 17. This was delayed a couple of times. And from what I'm aware, the reviews have been pretty mixed. But go on, Adam, take it away and tell us your opinion.
So it's based on a book that came out in 2022 called Mickey 7. So in the film, there's 10 more other versions of Mickey 17, but it basically follows a regular guy who lived on Earth. It's sort of set maybe 30 years in the future, I think. But humanity have managed to move off-world and go on these long-haul flights that take sort of 3.5 years, go to other planets and populate other planets rather than stay on Earth, which has become pretty... to be honest, it didn't really look that different to regular Earth, so... Yeah, apparently humankind are quick to give up, but I don't think that's a shock to anyone, is it? Yes, Mickey is a very compelling character. He's played by Robert Pattinson, and the title and the numbers refer to different clones of him. So, as well as mastering space travel, they've also been able to clone human beings, which means that there are loads of ethical questions and debates going on within this world, but it's kind of decided by this down and out politician played by Mark Ruffalo, who's very Trump-esque, very Trumpian. He's kind of playing it similarly to, remember his role in Poor Things, where he's very
Poor Things.
Right. In that he's kind of overpronouncing everything, and in this he's sort of underpronouncing everything. So he's always got his mouth open like, oh, okay, so we're going to be doing
it's
this,
just Trump, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I think Sebastian Stan does him better, but Mark Ruffalo gives it a damn good go. So yes, this politician has kind of decided, right, what we'll do is we'll use this clone technology, and aboard every ship we will give everyone an expendable, which is someone who gets cloned. Their memories are uploaded and it's sort of reset every time. So even though either though the body dies, they just print out a new one, upload the memories of the old body, and you can carry on basically living multiple lives. But to him, it's as though he just kind of blacks out, wakes back up again. And it's all kind of done with this very high-tech machine that actually uses bits of organic waste to build together a human. So it works quite well in illustrating the way that other people on this ship and in this reality treat them. So he's made of like eggs and like feces and, you know, organic matter and waste, and actually he's treated like he is organic waste and, you know, just a complete idiot. And he is a bit of a tool, Mickey. So this is his 17th go round. The film opens with him having fallen into this icy crevasse, and he should have really snapped in half. He should be dead. He kind of wakes up, moves his glasses, and he's like, how on earth am I not dead? I should have been reprinted by now. His mate, played by Steven Yeun, who's just an absolute down and outer. They were mates back on Earth and involved in some kind of crime and gangs, which is part of the reason why they wanted to escape Earth and get off world. he abseils down from a helicopter and comes to sort of, it looks like he's going to rescue him. In fact, he actually just picks up his flamethrower. He's like, oh, this is still in great nick. Do you mind if I take this back? And he just starts climbing back up, and he's like, I hope you don't mind, because you're just going to get reprinted anyway. So he's left to die. And then while he's in this crevasse, he actually meets these aliens called creepers. Not creepers from Minecraft, Flint and Steel, but actually these little cockroach cum caterpillar
like they're like
things.
Chuggy pigs, like woodlice too.
Yes, woodlice. That's the very much so. They're quite cute actually, but they've got some threatening scenes in here, and you're not quite sure how much of a threat they pose to humankind, but they were some fun antagonists in the film. Yeah, so he meets the big sort of leader of this other species, and then you later find out that Mickey 17 hasn't died. He's actually managed to get out of this, huge canyon that he's fallen down, and he goes back, sees his girlfriend again, played by hang on, let me check her name.
Naomi Aki?
Naomi Aki, yes, thank you. Yeah, she plays a woman called Nasha Barrage, who's one of the sort of special ops on board this ship. She's very good at fighting, very headstrong, but kind of has to bow to authority like Mark Ruffalo, whose character, by the way, is called Kenneth Marshall, wife played by Toni Collette, Yifa. You've also got Holiday Granger in there. You've got Sidekick Simon from Alan Partridge is in this. Tim Key in quite a substantial role. He's really funny. Every line he has made me chuckle.
It's always funny when you get like a low level British comedian in quite a high thing.
Yeah,
it always throws me off.
It took me out of it, if anything, actually. Which is not Tim Key's fault, but he's very much like speaking his normal accent, and it's just Sidekick Simon, but in space, which is in itself brilliant. But I don't know how accurate to the books that is, or if that character appears in the books. So there we are. So we're now in a situation where Mickey 17's back with his girlfriend, but he finds out that Mickey 18 has been printed already. They just presumed Mickey 17 had died off, but 18 seems to be far more aggressive, far more unpredictable, and far more reckless, I guess, than 17. 17's very bumbling, a bit ditzy. He's happy to kind of bend to whatever he's asked to do by whoever, no matter how bad the task is. So I actually found Robert Pattinson's performance to be kind of marvellous, actually, like 10 out of 10, 10 stars. I thought he was great. By far, this film wouldn't work without him being quite as great as he is. These characters are totally different. Like, he's great. Because you can kind of see, in Mickey 18, you can kind of see a bit of Edward Cullen, a bit of Batman in there, in the way that he's so stern and so driven. And then in Mickey 17, it's like a comedic performance, and that's the one that narrates the film, really. So you're with Mickey 17 a lot more. But my God, when they're in the same room, the effects look great. And I think that goes across the board, really. Effects all looks brilliant. Production design was very Star Wars-esque, which I quite liked. The music was quite kooky, quite unique. So that really stood out to me. And yeah, as I say, good cast. Mark Ruffalo is very funny. Just playing an absolute scumbag. He's irredeemable. And there's also a few twists and turns along the way, a few kind of dream sequences where you're like, oh, what's going on? I'm not quite sure if this is real. And that will work very well. I think there are some good moments of suspense. But at 2 hours 20, I really felt the length, I think. And ultimately, I came out feeling quite drained. And I don't know if this is due to just the runtime alone, or if it's due to the pacing, or if it's due to just the premise itself. It's a very cold, quite boring looking planet. It's basically just a snowstorm for the entire film. And then you go onto the ship and it's grey and it's all very metallic and very high tech, but ultimately, sort of almost a bit steampunk as well. And then you've got a fairly small cast though, like great people in there, but actually I don't think it's got much focus, or it's not as focused as I'd liked it to have been. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. It's Mickey 17, and it does feel like when you watch it, it's like you've been reprinted over and over again, because it does feel like you've lived several lives through the course of this film. And when I came out of the cinema and I got the bus home, I really was like, God, I watched the start of that film on the same day, which is such an obvious point to make, but I remember thinking, I loved that opening scene, but my God, that's part of the same thing I just came out of like 5 minutes ago. That was the same film. Like, so much goes on, but at the same time, it's very meandering, and I don't think actually much of it is that layered or that intelligent, really. It is quite goofy, and I was sort of expecting it to maybe have a bit more of an emotional punch or statement at the end of it, because there are moments in this film that's very hard to watch, because you see Robert Pattinson and Mickey 17 particularly in great agony, like being tortured by these entitled pricks, played brilliantly by Mark Ruffalo and Toni Collette, but my God, it's kind of tough to watch at certain points. And one sort of central dinner scene in particular I thought was incredibly well acted and funny, actually, but also it made me angry and it made me sad. So it's a weird film to watch. But as I say, it's mixed, so it's kind of hard to say. I don't think I loved it. I certainly didn't dislike it, but ultimately I was disappointed. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to.
Yeah. It's interesting for a director to spend his like Oscar capital on this. Obviously, when you win your Oscar, the done thing is that you can then do whatever the hell you want for your next film. Obviously, yeah, we've got Nolan doing that now. We've got Cillian Murphy did that Irish Laundry one, didn't he? I'm trying to think who else you got. Yeah, Michelle Ali wanted to do Blade, and because he got it for Green Book, like he could do that. It's so weird that Bong Joon Ho would choose to do this film as his Oscar credit. Like, this is what he spent his win on almost. And it doesn't seem to have hit off like you've explained. The cast for it's stellar. I think it seems like a great cast, and Robert Pattinson is clearly a highlight of it. And it's weird to me, having not seen it, that everything about it sounds really good. It sounds like a really cool concept. The cast is really good. The setting sounds good. So then it's weird that it just feels like it's paced badly and it's really long. But yeah, it's a case of I haven't seen it yet, so I can't judge on it. But it's interesting. It sounds like all the elements are really good, but put together, it just sounds like it's not connecting with audiences really.
Yeah, I remember thinking about 3/4 of the way in, like, would I ever rewatch this film? And I don't know the answer to that. Maybe I would. I don't think I'll catch it again while it's in the cinemas. But
if you're thinking that halfway through, that's like a telltale sign, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, maybe you're right.
Am I right in thinking it has like a big third act thing as well?
Yes, yeah, I will. Yeah, I will address that. Yeah, so the third act kind of goes a bit Marvel-esque. It's basically a huge war that's on the brink of breaking out with these creepers and with the humans on board the ship. You get to a point where both Mickey 17 and Mickey 18 have bombs strapped to them, and Mark Ruffalo's character is threatening, like, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to blow you both up, or one of you. I'm going to blow you both up. It's just a case of which one I blow up first. That kind of, like, it's quite high stakes, and it is very serious. And I did lean into that. I thought it was good. It added a bit of focus, if nothing else. I do understand that people might not appreciate the big cliche third acts, explosions and shouting and stuff like that. I think it probably did the film some good, because I think I was maybe feeling a little bit tired by the ramblings of it. It's not uninteresting at any point, but it does just feel like sort of one set piece after the next, or one interaction after the next, and it's a it's a bit of a grind to get through. I would say. The only other thing I will mention is the title card drop for this film is about. It felt like it was 40 minutes into the film. It was crazy. So it opens with a bit of, with the scene I described earlier.
Yeah.
Then it slowly montages through, showing his backstory and how he got to where he was. With some funny voiceover, albeit, but my God, it felt like the film had just started. It was kind of, the title card was too late. It was like, okay, so we're into it now, and then it drops the title card. I'm like, oh my God, wait, that was just a catch up. And I'm ready. Like, that's killed the pace for me, and maybe that threw me off, because I do remember sitting up and being like, what? Like, why have we done that? I've kind of thought they'd already done it. Like, it was strange, and I don't think it was deliberately done, because it did just feel out of place. Was it Beef? No, not Beef. Fresh with Sebastian Stan. On Disney Plus, they do that title drop where Fresh comes up 50% through the film, right? But that's because the tone of the film changes halfway through completely, like it does a 180, and that works because it's tied in and it's very good. But in Mickey 17, I think it's just like they could have been more strict with their editing, perhaps, of that flashback at the start, because it went on.
I thought the Wicked title card drop was late, and that was about 10 minutes into the film, so let alone this.
Yeah. I think this must be a later title card drop than Wicked. Yeah, it's bizarre.
Out of interest, Steven Yeun, is he in it much, or is it a fairly small role?
A fairly small role, I'd say. He keeps showing up, and I thought his character was quite unlikable, actually.
From what I'm aware, he turned down being Sentry in Thunderbolts to do this instead. He was cast as Sentry, from what I'm aware, which is obviously the big thing in Thunderbolts. And yeah, he turned down to do this instead. So that'd just be an interesting comparison when we go into Thunderbolts in a month's time or whatever.
That's interesting.
I'm going to catch it, but yeah, it seems like everyone's a little bit deflated about this film. Thank you for listening this week. Thank you for listening to episode 60. I think we're going to finish off with go on, Adam, take it away. What are we finishing off with?
Of course, Alfie, we're finishing with a big question.
We had a few. Originally, we said, who do you think's the better actor, Cocaine Bear or Danny Dyer? And then what did we settle on? What was the big question that we settled on, Adam?
We settled on probably the tamest one of the lot. Would you rather date Mickey 17 or Mickey 18?
So I've heard that Mickey 18's a bit of a diva in this film, so I think I'm going to go with Mickey 18.
In fact, Mickey 18 is not too dissimilar to Danny Dyer in that film.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't then. Maybe Mickey 17's the way.
I'll go with Mickey 17 because I think I'd like to protect him and make friends with the creepers.
Our other big question that we also thought about was, would you rather be Flint or Steel? But that was a write-off straight away. So, yes, let us know. Would you rather date Mickey 17 or Mickey 18? You can get in touch with us by emailing at hello@movieonup.com. Please email in. Tell us what you've been watching, what we should be watching. Any correspondence would be lovely. I signed up to a SEO thing the other day, and know when you get those like fake personalized emails from companies, it popped through, and me and Adam at the same time thought we actually had some correspondence from a listener, and got so excited, and then we realized, oh no, it's just the company that I just signed up to. So womp womp, send an email in please. We want to hear about people who are listening.
Yes, we really do. We'd really appreciate it. You can also get in touch with the show by going to our Instagram and TikTok. The handles are both at @MovieOnUp.
Lovely. Thank you very much for listening. Next week Oh, is it Snow White next weekend?
No, not yet. Not yet. Black Bag
not yet.
by Steven Soderbergh.
Right.
I know that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's all right.
And a couple of other things, I think, like Opus with the Irish Aoa Dibri.
Irish, yeah. Amazing.
Just in time for St. Paddy's Day also.
For St. Paddy's Day, yeah, they're releasing it on purpose. That's
perfect.
Once again, thank you for listening and catch you very soon.